What are some general voting rights for people with disabilities?
Important choices lie ahead. Hello, I'm Secretary of State Ken Bennett. Your vote is very important, and voting is a fundamental right. We have laws to protect your right to vote. These laws provide for a parking space that is accessible, a voting machine to vote independently and without assistance, and other kinds of help if you need it. I'm proud to tell you that every vote counts in every county in Arizona.
Who is eligible to vote? What makes you ineligible? To be eligible to vote in Arizona, you must be a U.S. citizen, a resident of Arizona for 29 days, 18 years of age or older on or before November 6, 2012, the next general election, not convicted of a felony unless your civil rights have been restored. Competent. In Arizona, that means a court cannot have found you incompetent. In other words, use the least restrictive means if you need help with decisions and ask the court to let you retain your right to vote. You can't vote unless you register. Registering is easy with proof of citizenship. Do you have a driver's license or non-operating ID issued after October 1st, 1996? If you do, you can register quickly and easily online with just your driver's license number at the website Easy Voter Registration. If you do not have those documents, you can still register but will need other documentation. For a complete list of all the documents, visit www.azgovernor.gov/ddpc. To find a polling place, log on to www.vote411.org/pollfinder.php. To ease the process before you arrive, do the following. Keep your voter registration updated, check your polling place before leaving home, bring your sample ballot, and make sure you have sufficient ID. Federal elections require accessible polling locations. That is the law. What happens if you encounter a physical barrier at your polling place? The barrier could be at the parking place, curb, front door, or at the voting machine. Don't leave without casting your ballot. Ask for help. There are polling officials that can help you and will bring a ballot to you. Call the Arizona Center for Disability Law. Report the problem and they can help you with your civil rights issues after you vote. But please, vote. What kind of accessible polling booths are there? Both electronic and manual voting booths are available. What if the machine doesn't work? Ask for assistance. What help is allowed for people with disabilities if needed? Persons with disabilities can be given assistance by the person of your choice, but that person cannot be your employer or agent of employer, or an officer or agent of your union. What ID do you need to vote? You will be required to show proof of identity at the polling place before receiving a ballot. You will announce your name and place of residence to the election official and present one form of identification that bears your name, address, and photograph, or two different forms of identification that bear your name and address. Acceptable forms of identification with photograph, name, and address are a valid Arizona driver's license, valid Arizona non-operating identification license, tribal enrollment card, or other form of tribal identification, valid U.S., federal, state, or local government issued ID. These are acceptable forms of identification without a photograph that bear your name and address. Two are required. Utility bill that is dated within 90 days of the date of the election, such as an electric, gas, water, solid waste, sewer, telephone, cellular phone, or cable television. Bank or credit union statement that is dated within 90 days of the date of the election, valid Arizona vehicle registration, Indian census card, property tax statement of your residence, tribal enrollment card or other form of tribal identification, recorder's certificate, valid U.S., federal, state, or local government issued ID. What if you arrive without ID? Ask for a provisional ballot. You will have 5 days in a November presidential or gubernatorial election, or 3 days in all others to prove your ID after Election Day for your vote to count. How do you find what will be on the ballot? When it comes time to vote, you can go to this website to find what is on the ballot.
Now all we need is you. It's your vote, it's your voice. Be heard.